What's up everyone? Alex here. It's been a while since Nintendo posted their last Direct, and amidst all the game trailers, release date reveals, and the like, one game stood out to me with its promise of destruction, mayhem, and the ability to slingshot people and objects across an entire office space. My friends, I am talking about Good Job, a game that I think is worth your time and attention. Good Job is a physics-based puzzle game developed by Paladin Studios and published by Nintendo on the Switch eShop. In Good Job, you play the role of a worker whose parent is the founder and owner of, I'd assume, a multi-billion-dollar corporation. However, the road through the corporate world is fraught with peril as you navigate a maze of office desks, glass panes, warehouses, and countless other workplace objects. Unlike a focused and perhaps monotonous real-life job, in Good Job, you advance through your career by taking on varied tasks and roles, and it's actually fun. One day, you'll be asked to deliver a projector from one room to the next. Another day, you'll be asked to fix the office internet. Don't worry though, you don't need a degree to do any of this. All you need is some imagination, some chutzpah, and a willingness to experiment with the game's many objects. Because this is a puzzle game, the biggest concern for many of you is probably going to be that the gameplay in this video would spoil the best solutions to Good Job's puzzles. However, knowing this, I went out of my way not to do that, and that willingness to step outside of what's perceived to be the quote-unquote correct way to play revealed a fascinating perspective on the game that I never would have appreciated otherwise. At first, you're probably thinking that there's only one solution to Good Job's puzzles. In fact, its rating system at the end of each level might make you think that the best way to get the highest score in the game is to gingerly move across the game's levels. That said, taking great care to not damage many of the game's breakable objects and environments will, more often than not, ding you for not doing your job fast enough. There's also a degree of clumsiness that your character exhibits while controlling them, which feels like a deliberate design choice. For instance, you might think that you're grabbing something off of a desk, only to be grabbing the desk itself as a result. Good Job isn't here to accurately represent the mundane and often monotonous everyday goings-on of office life, after all. All told, while the game doesn't explicitly tell you this, I believe that the game offers two difficulty levels. Easy mode is literally doing your job as fast as humanly possible in the game, regardless of what's destroyed or broken. While hard mode is being immensely efficient at your task, while breaking as few things as possible. This freedom allows players of all kinds to enjoy the game's plentiful puzzles. The game consists of multiple floors, each with its own unique theme. It's not a terribly long game, but the game can be played with another player. Now, I didn't play the game in co-op for this review, but in hindsight, it could be a fun way to tackle the game's many challenges. Best of all, you can always compare your solo score with that of your co-op score. Apart from having to complete each area's objectives, there are also hidden hats and chest pieces throughout. You only get to wear one hat and chest piece at a time, however, and if you ever want to change to a particular set of items that you've gathered before, you'll have to venture over to where that item is located and go through the process of procuring the items again. My only gripe about this, apart from not easily wearing all acquired items, is that the only time you'll know if you've gotten all the hats and chest pieces in an area is prior to entering it. It's very easy to accidentally trigger the next area to load, but this is a small nuisance that I wish Good Job got right. After all, the rest of the game is just great by comparison. Good Job is one of those games that will make you laugh at the chaos you can cause, and one that rewards you for being inefficient in the process. You'll most likely damage a plethora of expensive-looking objects while playing the game. But once you start thinking outside of the box and start being okay with destroying office walls and shattering fragile golden vases, the more you'll get out of the experience. After all, the game is called Good Job, not efficient, low-cost job.